Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into something absolutely wild. We're looking at one of the most shocking, macabre, and honestly completely fascinating survival mechanisms in the entire natural world. It's a biological marvel that's going to challenge basically everything you and I typically associate with parenting. It's equal parts horror movie and biological genius, and it really forces us to rethink what it actually takes to survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth.
All right, let's just get right to it. Matrophagy. Put simply, this is the biological phenomenon where offspring consume their own mother. Now, to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to totally set aside our human emotions for a minute. We have to strip away all our cultural ideas of parenthood, of nurturing, and look at the cold, clinical, biological reality of mother eating. Because out there in the animal kingdom, survival isn't about morality, it's about efficiency, and it's about the absolute guarantee of passing on your genetics.
Here is our roadmap for today. 1. Nature's extreme sacrifice. 2. The black lace weaver. 3. The skin-feeding caecilian. 4. The desert spider. And finally, 5. The evolutionary logic.
Section 1. Nature's most extreme sacrifice. We're looking at the biological reality of maternal care.
Moving to Section 2. The black lace weaver, officially known as Amorobius ferox.
So if you dig into the scientific literature, specifically looking at studies in the Ethology Journal, you find out something crazy about the black lace weaver. She doesn't just, passively die so her young can eat her carcass. No, it's an incredibly intense, biologically orchestrated process. The mother actively encourages her own consumption. She actually drums on her web to call her spiderlings toward her. It's literally like she's ringing the dinner bell for her own demise.
And then the babies swarm. They swarm the mother, and she just submits to them completely. Within hours, she's consumed in this rapid, totally fatal event. It's definitely a jarring concept for us to process, but biologically speaking, it's a highly effective method of nutrient transfer. Those little spiderlings get a massive, immediate boost of pure protein and energy, which drastically increases their chances of surviving those super perilous early stages of life.
Section 3. The skin-feeding caecilian and variations in sacrifice.
Now, there was a remarkable discovery published in PLOS One that introduces us to a slightly different, much more regenerative evolutionary path. Caecilians, if you aren't familiar with them, are these limbless serpentine amphibians. They kind of look like giant earthworms. And the way this newly discovered species handles maternal care is truly mind-bending.
The mechanism at play here is called dermatrophy. Basically, it's the practice of offspring feeding on the specialized, nutrient-rich skin of their mother. After she gives birth, the mother's body biologically transforms. She actually thickens. Well, her body alters to pack that outer layer of skin tightly with lipids and proteins. And the crazy part? The young grow specialized temporary teeth designed specifically just to peel and scrape the skin away. So instead of one fatal meal, it provides a continuous food source.
I think this brilliantly illustrates the spectrum of this whole biological strategy. On one side, we have the black lace weaver representing absolute finality with an immediate, fatal swarming. But contrasting that is the skin-feeding caecilian, representing a prolonged, regenerative investment. The caecilian mother literally grows new skin every few days for her young to harvest over an extended period. So both are incredible sacrifices, but the physiological delivery systems are just completely different.
Section 4. The desert spider, Stegotyphus lineatus.
Okay, if you thought those previous examples were intense, wait until you hear how this desert species operates. The Journal of Arachnology clinically describes this as suicidal maternal care. And honestly, that perfectly sets the stage for a reality that is truly horrific, but biologically spectacular. These spiders live in totally harsh, unforgiving desert environments. Finding prey to feed a newly hatched brood out there is almost mathematically impossible. So, the mother's own body becomes the prey.
This suicidal care actually plays out in 3 distinct phases. Step 1. The mother completely seals her web, trapping herself inside with her brood just to protect them from outside predators. Then, Step 2 kicks in, and this is where it gets unbelievable. The mother undergoes internal organ liquefaction. Yep, she starts digesting her own internal organs while she is still alive. Finally, we hit Step 3, offspring consumption. She regurgitates this liquefied organ soup for her babies over several weeks until there is literally nothing left inside her. At that point, the babies just consume her hollowed-out exoskeleton.
Let that sink in for a second. The mother literally dissolves her own tissues.
Hearing a phrase like organ liquefaction really drives home the absolute mind-boggling lengths organisms will go to for survival. She is actively orchestrating her own structural breakdown to maximize nutrient transfer to her babies. It plays out exactly like something from a sci-fi horror movie, but it is grounded entirely in peer-reviewed, observable science.
Section 5. The evolutionary logic. Let's look at the biological calculus.
So, the big question, why? Why on earth would evolution select for a trait that explicitly kills the parent? Well, the ultimate answer is biological return on investment. We have to frame this biological cost purely as a harsh mathematical strategy. The mother is trading her relatively short remaining lifespan and her incredibly unlikely chance to successfully reproduce ever again for a massive, guaranteed spike in the survival rate of recurrent offspring. In overwhelmingly harsh environments, like the unforgiving desert of the Stegotyphus spider, resources are just too scarce to leave survival to chance. Giving up her own body absolutely guarantees genetic continuation.
To wrap up our explainer today, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. In the brutal math of nature, is death the ultimate reproductive strategy? When we strip away our own human biases, we see that for the black lace weaver, the caecilian, and the desert spider, ultimate success isn't about living a long, happy life. It's about ensuring the next generation lives at all. It completely redefines what it means to be a biological success in the uncompromising natural world. Thanks so much for joining me to explore this incredible topic.